Time for another market update report. Today we're going to talk about August of 2023. Hi, my name is Deanna Bradford. I'm a realtor with Reese Nichols Realtors, Excelsior Springs, part of the Bill Hightower team. So let's take a look at Clay County, Missouri, and look at what August did for this year compared to August of last year. So for the average sales price of homes in Clay County, Missouri, in 2023, we have $363,172 compared to August of last year was $327,494. That is a price increase of 10.99%. In a typical normal market, you will see a price increase generally of about 3% per year. So that is still showing that prices are still increasing at a very high rate. At least they have in the last year. For Clay County, for August of this year, the days on market were 38. Compared to last year, they were only 16 days on market. So we're starting to see a slower pace of how long it takes a home to sell from the time it's listed to the time that the seller accepts an offer and it is now under contract. And the percentage of list price that a seller is getting for their home, what they list it for and what it actually sells for, that gap is about the same. Last year it was 101.5%, and this year it's 101%. So not much has changed there. People are still getting right at or just maybe barely above what they list their homes for. And then the amount of supply for homes available on the market, we usually have in a good market, which we have not had in several years, we should see a 6-month supply of homes available for sale. And for the last several years, it has been super low. So last year, it was 1.4 months worth of inventory. And this month, a year later, it is 1.5. So hardly changed at all. So that just means that there's just not a lot of homes available for sale for the amount of buyers out there looking. And that explains why it is so hard for buyers to find a home. And it also explains why prices continue to rise, because when they do find a home, you're still having to pay top dollar sometimes to get the winning offer accepted and be able to get that home purchased. Now switching to our Excelsior Springs market, comparing month to month. So we're going to take a look at August and compare that to what it did in July of this year. So August of 2023 in Excelsior Springs, the average home sales for the month of August was $222,969, which is quite a significant drop actually from the month prior. July's average sales price was $322,103. And the month prior to that, in June, was $252,158. So when you average those together, it's actually showing an average sales price in the $260 range, which is probably pretty spot on and probably where we've been pretty regularly across the board. Month to month can change pretty rapidly, but when you average everything together, you look at the longer term, a 3-month to a 6-month gap, you're going to see a more steady average, and that 260 is probably more realistic to what the average sales price is across the board in Excelsior Springs in general. The difference of 1 month to the next could be related to the time of year it is. We were in the summer months. It was really hot market. August, school starts, things kind of slowed down. People aren't listing as much, so the homes that are listed may have been in a lower price bracket. So there's a lot of variables that factor into that average sales price. But just the data, straight data, for August, we see that $222,969 was the average sales price for that 1 month. As far as days on market, in July, it was only 14 days, but in August, it was 21 days. And the month prior, in June, it was 25. So I think July shows that typical hot sellers market where things are moving faster and selling higher and selling quicker. And now looking at August, we're seeing that it leveled back out to what it kind of had already been doing prior to that. So when you look back to June, there were 25 days on market. August had 21. They are more consistently lining up with what the trend has been across the board. And then July was an unusual month where it was only 14 days on market. So we take a look at month by month, but when you look at the whole year, and we will do that when we get closer to the end of the year, I'd like to take a whole look at the whole year and the last half of the year and just see how all of that lines up. It's really interesting just to keep track of what it is doing here in such a localized community, a localized market. And then as far as the list to sale price, the percentage of what a listing sold for, in August it was 101%, which was the same in June. But again, July was different and it was 102%. So that 1 month, it was like everything kind of spiked up a little bit and then came back down again in August. Currently, at the time of my recording this video, there are 18 active listings available, and there are 3 that are coming soon. When I recorded the last video, there were 25 active listings. So again, that kind of showed that little bump up in the market. And now we've kind of come back down again. Back in June, when I did that video for the June market report, there were 18 then as well. So kind of back to where we've been. We would love to see more listings, more inventory on the market, more availability for buyers. But we are seeing that slow down again, kind of averaging back out to the numbers we had been seeing before, and that 18 to 20 active listings on any given day is pretty normal for Excelsior Springs this year in this market. Currently, as of the recording of this video, there are 25 listings under contract or pending, and 2 more that are contingent. So a total of 27 properties that have an agreed upon offer accepted by a seller. 27 homes under contract in Excelsior Springs. So that's good news. But when you have more homes that are in the process of being purchased than you have available for buyers that haven't found a home yet, that it makes it hard for those that are still looking for a home to buy. We're still in that market where buyers are just having a really hard time with the higher prices of houses, the higher interest rates, and the really low inventory. It's making it super difficult for a buyer to purchase a home. And I just want to say to anyone who has been considering buying, is afraid to buy because of this market, that the best thing that you can do is, 1, be patient and educate yourself. Those are the 2 best things you can do right now. The educating yourself is critical because it helps you to understand what's happening, understand what to expect when you are ready to buy, understand the numbers of where you need to be so you know what money you need to save up, where you are financially, and what your ability to buy is, so that when you are ready to go, you are well educated and confident in being able to move forward on a home. When you just jump in this kind of a market and you don't know what you're getting into, I find a lot of people get discouraged easy and they drop back out and they go back to renting. Or they find out that they weren't as prepared as they thought, and they may get disappointed because they're not able to do what they thought. Or the homes that they were hoping that they were going to be able to buy are just out of reach of what they can afford. So educate yourself, be prepared to talk with somebody like myself, a local realtor in your area, and a lender who can go over the numbers with you and just know what the big picture is for yourself and for the area that you're looking to purchase and what that looks like, so that you can see if it's even doable for you, or if you need to change strategies and maybe look at doing something different or going to a different area. And that way you can be confident about your decision making going forward and hopefully be successful in purchasing that new home that you're hoping to be able to buy. So I hope this is helpful. I know sometimes these market updates can be boring, but there is a reason for them. It does help us understand what the market's doing and what that might mean for us as either a seller or a buyer. And my goal in making these videos is to do just that, but to educate you and help you know what to expect, and hoping that it'll give you the confidence to either sell that home or purchase your next or maybe your first home. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, please like this video. And if you know somebody else that might benefit from this information, share it with them as well. Make sure that you have subscribed so you are notified every time that a new video gets put out, which should be weekly. And I just appreciate you viewing these videos each week. So thanks for watching and have a blessed day.